I made drink water. All of a sudden I just sit down and I had a bad headache and I just ran short of breath.
All 11 children reported feeling the exact same symptoms like Casey Usher before losing strength in their legs, nearing unconsciousness. They are also all from the same Standard 6 class, a class that also doubles as a church at the school. The first child began feeling bad at around 8:45 in the morning. His homeroom teacher, Rosario Trujillo, who preferred to remain off camera, said she immediately tended to him.
I went to him and I sat and I asked him what is wrong, and he said that he was feeling striking pain on his head, and he was feeling, he was seeing double vision, and he was feeling nausea. He had nausea.
The child was taken to the principal's office and was then ready to be taken home. But even before he left the school compound, a second child complained of the same ails.
By the time I had this one in here, I went out and I saw that everyone was picking up garbage. By the time I went to the class to settle them down, another 2 children were having the same symptoms. So I brought them to the office and I told the principal, this is something that I can't explain. I don't know what's wrong with them. Mm-hmm. So she called another teacher that has a vehicle and we sent them to we took them to the hospital. So I took 4 and with the child 5. So I took 5 to the hospital where the doctors took their pressure and did the basics with them. And he couldn't explain what's wrong with them. In about 15 or 20 minutes we heard that 3 more children were coming in. So we had 8, and then in about half an hour we had 2 more. We had 11 total in the hospital.
The students' parents were all alerted. Ruby Usher had just left the school and was in Belmopan when she got the call that her son had been rushed to the hospital.
I left what I was doing and I went to the hospital, and when I reached there, my son was on drip and they had oxygen on him, and I was like, what's going on? Because I just left him at school and nothing was wrong.
Edna Santos was at home when one of her son's classmates arrived to inform her of what was happening.
When she reached at my house, all she could tell me that my son Shaylon, and she dropped back way. So I pick up she and I start to rub fishy chest and I try ask her that what happened now, what happened. It says she alone, he got in a hospital. So I just run from my house and I tell my daughter, take care of she for me. I say, and try get her back to school and tell the principal for care in a hospital. So she did go back by the school. So when I reach the hospital now, and I go see my son, so he tell me, he say, in his stomach, he say, and he feel weak, he say, and he got headache, he say, head hurt, right?
The children were given 2 shots and some medication, and as they recovered their strength, they asked for water and food. They were released around 11:30. But strangely, doctors were unable to say what caused the children's ails. One theory is that a chemical of some sort was in the atmosphere and triggered the ills. However, the lack of solid logic reason that explains why the children suddenly fell ill has opened room for much speculation, primarily that the happening is the work of perhaps paranormal entities or some negative energy.
I am a nanny to the little girl, right? And I take her and she grabbed me and she said, Miss Chenta, and then I hold her. And when I hold her, by the time I hold her, it said my head. So by the time she said my head, I said, Satan, I said, this is not from you, God, and I command you, Satan, in the name of Jesus. Hands off this little girl right now. And then Satan, the little girl revived back, and I feel, I say, God, I say, you is in control, you know, because that is the first thing come to my mind. And then for me, I know this is a wake-up call for each and every parent, you know. This is a wake-up call, and I hope and I believe and pray that the parents will, you know, seek God more, and if they don't know God, this is the time for them, you know, to seek God.
So you believe this is a message?
I believe this is the message, and I believe that this is a demonic forces.
But some prefer to think otherwise.
I believe maybe it could be an insecticide, but I don't believe in those stuff. I know God is present with the children at school, and I know that he will never make anything like that sort be in the school.
I more think it's something chemical that they were breathing in the air, because the public health came and they did their inspections and whatnot, but I don't think it has to do with anything spiritual.
For his part, 12-year-old Casey Usher says he recalls a strange new odor when he arrived in class this morning.
Yes, miss, in the class, and smell like still a different kind of smell we usually have.
Okay, you can describe it like what iron or something smell bad or you just want different scent?
Different scent.
Public health officers visited the school this afternoon to investigate the incident, but so far have not reached any conclusion. In the meantime, parents like Edna remain concerned.
The only thing I concerned about is the classroom because I don't exactly know what happened in the classroom and I don't know if anything they eat, whether they inhale or anything like that. So I don't know that one and put them in a classroom till they find out exactly what happened, right?
Do you suspect, I mean, people are saying it's something that nobody can explain right now, so people are speculating that it's something spiritual. Would you share the same feeling?
Well, I really don't know what it's because I don't know exactly if that or if, some kind of chemical in the classroom or what, I don't really know.
Dalila Kal for Love News.